This I want to make a critique of a certain idiot, wait, let me find this manifesto first, because I really find a problem with him and how he interprets land, because I'm not going to take disrespect from an idiot who probably has depression, so. I know he's dead and this won't do anything, but I still have to defend myself here, because he's a whiny, he's an asshole, really, and I'm not going to stand for this. Damn, I'm just looking for his manifesto and find one that was like 24 April. Holy. Ugh, I'm just trying to find one. Give me like a good. Solomon was in 2025. Huh. I keep forgetting how, close time is to now. I don't know, I just feel like all this stuff happened years ago. But then I find out it was yesterday? But how could it be yesterday? It shouldn't have been yesterday. That's the whole thing. I don't know. Time's such a weird, so separated. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, so the recorded ended, but it's Guy Edward Bartkus, whatever. He's stupid. He misunderstands Lance entirely and interprets it in a ethicalist form. Ethicism, yeah. Pro-mortalism and anti-pro-life. Well, let me say something about him. It's stupid. It's extremely stupid. The post-mortalist idea is still rooted in negative value, which is a form of value delusion. Lanza literally stated that he thought value did not exist, nor negative value. He thought he himself was deluded with the idea of value because he was too into indoctrination of culture, but he did not push the idea that everyone suffered from this, nor the idea that the end goal was to die in the end. He provided that as the solution to him, not everyone. And he sure didn't believe in negative value. Ethicism as a whole is the same thing as the whole negative value theory, and I don't even care about the whole thing. So he can go screw that with Gary Mosher or whatever. I can't even understand ethicism, but what I do understand is his interpretation of Lanza was wrong, and I do need to talk about that. I mean, I don't believe in pro-lifers. I'm not pro-life or pro-death. That's stupid ideas. And then he literally just died. The end goal isn't supposed to be life or death. It's supposed to be to do whatever you want. It's not nihilistic to believe in value. Pro-mortalism, ethicism, those are not nihilistic ideologies. They're pessimistic. There's a difference between pessimism and nihilism. Nihilism rejects all forms of value and instead open for a sort of meaninglessness. Pessimists say that there is no meaning, and actually, no, they say that the meaning is to die. They want society to plummet down. They want to end it, basically. They're negative. They're pessimistic, whiny people who think, oh, life's so terrible, I must end it, because they don't. My life's perfect. So I don't know what you're talking about with that. Every moment of my life has been pure bliss, and it's not just because of whatever. But these people misconstrue their ideas to be nihilistic just because they're pessimists, and that's not how it works. And I really don't like that, really. I'm gonna read about ethicism. Even though the determinist, absolute, universal, secular, and materialist seems fine, But they still have the idea of, okay, here's the article about atheism as by the fake Lancist, which I'm still pissed about. No, I don't want to put my stupid fucking email. Okay, I'll put my email. No, I'm not paying you. Ugh. Okay. He subscribes to a fringe ideology that opposed human life in every form. Opposing human life is a stupid idea because it's not nihilistic, it's pessimist. I've already said. Atheism, or for life spelled backwards. Thank you, The Intercept, or antinatalism. Antinatalism and atheism are different things. Yes, people probably should avoid having children because it's not consensual, but also because it's gross in general. But whatever. People still have the right to do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter if it's unconsensual. God, I sound like a rapist. But the basic idea is that you should be able to give birth if you want to. Sure, morally you probably shouldn't, but who cares? Antinatalism is still based in moral objectivism. There's no point in human existence might be miserable for some people, but who cares about those people? Yeah. Now it's just going on about his mental issues. Okay, here. Attributed to Bartas, he dubs his views pro-moralism. All a pro-moralism is saying is let's make it happen sooner rather than later. It's so stupid, and preferably peaceful rather than some disease or accident to prevent your future suffering, and more importantly, the suffering of your existence will cause to other sentient being. But here's the thing. The end goal is for the truth, atheism, to win, and once it does, we can begin the process of sterilizing its planet with the disease of life. Life is not a disease because those are negative connotations. Life is what it is. Everything is what it is. There's really nothing here that isn't based in moral objectivism and anti-lens of thought. You can't just reject the basics of how culture brainwashes and grooms people into morals and values and then go, well, actually, the true morals and values is that negative morals and negative values, and we should die earlier because life is so sad, because that is the same thing as culture. You created a counterculture, a death cult. That's what you created. All these people who like death cults who go, well, let's all die now. It's just you created the reverse of it. You're creating new cultures, and in the end, that doesn't do anything for us. I still find it entirely artificial. I went to a different article. Okay, basically, it just comes down to I'm angry that I exist. Well, I'm happy that I exist. I don't care. No one got my consent to bring me here. Greatest problem, what's here? Oh yeah, they blocked the atheism group, by the way, which actually made me cry. Atheism is the belief that DNA and the suffering of sentient consciousness is the greatest problem in the universe. There's no problems in this universe. There's no solutions. A more academic version of the philosophy called antinatalism is primarily associated with David Benatar. Shut up. My mouth is dry. Yeah, it really doesn't matter because all this good and bad thing is completely subjective. Oh, they mentioned Lanza. Okay. Okay. Directed readers to the YouTube videos of influential figure in the small Mentam. Ugh. Well, who cares about a Mentam? I'm not gonna check in Mentam out because I don't really care. And he denounced him. Fucking idiot. And sure, whatever. 9 years old is insane. Yeah, okay, I get it. He's mentally ill. And now I get to the Trump stuff. Um, as long as America is abolished, I'm fine with him doing whatever he wants. I don't care how many people he ruins the life of. I mean, we're already going back to war. Just a few more minutes and I'll finally be able to get out of this goddamn country. So who cares? Actually, I will check out this Imentam guy. Come here. Come here. Before I touch you. Stop! I can't copy paste the text. It's so annoying. Oh, he has a website? His website doesn't work. That's so funny. I don't even know if it's his actual website because it seems so dumb. Okay, anti-nihilism here. Gary amend him. He just seems like a ripoff that takes out all of the good parts of Lance's philosophy and replaces it with pessimism. Nihilism and pessimism are different things. And yeah. Yeah, no. Imandham completely removes any of the important parts of Lance's philosophy and all of his actual good parts, replaces it with pessimism while keeping all the bad parts, like, not understanding how bad certain things are and his usual issues. And it's just like, why would you. Okay, we've gotten in the point of society where somehow haircism is considered a LARP. Be so for real. I'm gonna eat you. But anyways, the whole point still stands. Um, yeah, I don't think Imand or any of the ethicists or this new idiot guy trying to be the new successor of Lance, as if that's not what I am. You guys can screw off. I'm the truth. Like that one MSI song, which quoted from Jim Jones, the ultimate prophet. If you take profit to be just basically the Ubermensch versus a stupid idea made by an anti-Semite called Nietzsche. So really, I don't know. Okay, I need to stop scrolling on Reddit. I hate Reddit. Gary Mosher will be the undoing of the online anti-natalist community, but he's in a pessimist subreddit, which means, okay, so let me look at his actual theories now of ephilism, reductive theory of value, and normative theory. Negative utility. Talking about 50 cats, actually, there's this one guy in the same UBC center that I went to who actually killed a lot of cats. I don't. Gary Mosher did what? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, okay. I don't really. Yeah, I think it's too based in morals. Really, but I don't agree with pessimist deeper because, yes, I take from mainlander and many ideas and especially the theory of God from Mainlander. And I do take from its understanding of what the will is. Yeah, but I don't fully agree with the pessimism that inspired Mainlander at all, or his reasonings on why the Big Bang is God. Well, I do, but not why the Big Bang, died. I think it was because there was contradictions, and that the unity of everything would ultimately lead to that contradictions expanding and breaking that unity. Like, it's post-pessimism, really. I don't like pessimists. I think they're too moralistic, and nihilism is literally so much better, and people misunderstand Lanza to construe this different idea of it, and I really hate it. I really do. This new guy's just another thing of that. So I don't think anyone should take him seriously. Another thing on that, I'm tired of people doing stuff to get attention. I really am. I know I did technically the same thing on my other thing. But the difference between that and that is that they want attention when they're alive. They want to get attention because they were deprived of it when they were young and blah blah blah. I wanted it because my entire personality is awesome. I'm an awesome person. I'm the closest thing we have to God, and no one really acknowledges that, and no one can acknowledge that because I don't really matter until, I'm not gonna quote Spree 2020, but if you're not recorded, if you're not seen, you don't exist. Yeah. Truth is completely subjective, as we know. And it's the same thing with what Nietzsche said, except for Nietzsche is still anti-Semitic, and I hate Nietzsche, but we do agree on the idea that truth is subjective to opinions and viewpoints, and that's what philosophy is, deluding yourself, delusions. But, yeah, if you have what the majority believes is true, and that's basically what's just accepted as true, so who cares? He was not a nihilist, I don't care. And I'm tired of people saying that. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, guys, I guess that's it. Please don't get the reference. That was really cringe, but whatever.